Hi everyone, happy Sunday. So this is the general reading now for all the zodiacs. No fixed sign. Obviously last week was Aquarius, but now it's for everybody. So see how it goes for you. I hope you've had a lovely weekend and all ready for the new week ahead, and happy Chinese New Year. We've entered the Chinese New Year now, and what I'm doing this time, I'm going to use a different deck to start off with. Now, these are oracle cards, but these are linked to crystals. So I don't know if you're into crystals or not, but they still come with their message. So if you have a crystal and it comes out, I would probably do your best to cleanse and use that crystal with you. But if not, just enjoy the message and see what comes out. Now, when I did the pre-shuffle, one did fly out and it's just flown out again. So I'm going to read that one for you. I'm just going to pick another one and see what it says. Okay, that's way too many there. Sometimes they all just go, pick me, but no, we'll be here forever otherwise. Okay, so I'm going to read the one that flew out first. And I think this is pronounced right. I think it's appetite. It's like appetite, but it says progress, not perfection. And this card is just about not comparing yourself. Really, the imagery is beautiful because it's showing that although, like in the distance there, or in the forefront even, there's this great big palace that they need to get to, but it's just slow and steady wins the race. I know I do say that a lot, but it is so true because I mean we put too much pressure on ourselves to try and see the results really, really quickly. When we have an idea about something and when we want something to move forwards, we're like, all steam ahead, all go. And then what happens is we end up burning ourselves out and we fall at the first hurdle or the second hurdle. And then we feel defeated. And then all those opinions that are from other people will go, well, don't think it's for you, this, that, and the other. But when you know it is, what the best thing to do is probably eliminate the amount of people you're telling your new plans to, and also just don't be too hard on yourself, because next we've got smoky quartz here, and our smoky quartz is one of my favorite crystals. It's actually really, really beautiful, and it's interesting because when you have a smoky quartz and you do clear negativity with it, it does change. It looks clearer, it looks more like glass, but obviously it keeps its color, but depending on your energy, it does change, and it's really, really fascinating. So this message is clearing negativity. So it's just saying about clearing any kind of negativity around you. So with these two cards, I mean, also they're very similar with background color, and they're all different colors. Like, they're all very similar, not very, very similar, they're not very similar at all. So the fact that these two have come out shows it's a very similar energy, and because it's linked to the third eye, it's coming up as like a purple color. So what these cards are saying is just keep on your path, keep on your right knowing path, what is right for you. Not everybody knows what's best for you, believe it or not, so just keep going with it. Listen to your intuition first and foremost, and this is like a lesson. Every time I do tarot reading, this message comes up quite a lot, but it's fine once you go at a pace that is more comfortable for you. Don't listen to everybody's ideas, because everybody will only understand from their level of perception, basically, or their opinion about something. And it doesn't mean it should be the green light or red light for you to go ahead with whatever it is that you want to go in. So smoky quartz definitely clearing negativity. And if you want to maybe look at the imagery of smoky quartz, and you can have it as a background on your phone, that will help you still get the energy of it as well. So really beautiful cards, but there seems to be a lot of heavy energy that needs to be shifted. So whether or not that is from a person or a situation or just feeling like you just don't know where to go, we'll have a look now, because we're going to have a look at the tarot. Ooh, okay, so one's flown out here. Interesting. I don't think that was ready to come out because it was half. When it comes out on a half, like you don't know if it's reversed or upright, I'll put it back. Is it just these two then? Maybe it's just these two you're meant to read. Or that one wanted to come in. Okay, interesting. I'm going to get a clarifier at the end for the last card. But this is interesting. Okay, so the first card is the Seven of Swords. Now, the first card is the strongest. So I can read this in two ways. This could be you, or this could be another person that you're dealing with. This spread is definitely dealing with somebody else. So it's not just you. It's not just about your goals and visions. It's a situation that you might be dealing with. Okay, so the Seven of Swords, okay, as a classic meaning, it can mean deceit and lies, this, that, and the other. You might know that somebody has been less than honest with you. Somebody, and it doesn't necessarily mean in a way of third party, but what it can mean is that when you ask somebody a question, you don't always get a straight answer. This is the kind of energy that's coming up. If this is you, if this Seven of Swords is you, what it could mean is that you're running away from a situation, but not running away because it's you're hiding from something, but running away because you've looked at the way the situation is, you've decided, no, this isn't for me, and you are going, no, I'm not doing this. You could suddenly think, no, literally overnight, I'm not doing it. You know, like the midnight flit sort of thing, where you're just thinking, no, I can't put my energy or my mind into this place anymore, so I'm literally just going to silently go away, or just hand my notice in, or just end something that I don't want to be in anymore. So that could be you if it is your energy. Also, if this is you, this could mean you might be being a little bit deceptive. So are you texting somebody you shouldn't be, or are you saying to somebody you're going to be some way, not to hurt anybody, but because it's easier sometimes. However, next to it is the King of Wands, okay? There's no male or female in tarot. It's not all about, you know, what we look like, how we feel, this, that, and the other. But with the King of Wands looking directly at the Seven of Swords, you know exactly what this person is doing. And sometimes what can happen is this person might be always trying to test us, or like going away and then coming back and then sending a message and then, like, you know, seeing where you're at with stuff and seeing what, you know, how you're going to react with things. The best thing I can give you is to let this person keep running, okay? Let them keep playing their games, because with you being the King of Wands, you have so much more control on a mind level than what this person does, okay? This person is like, it's looking for attention. You know how a kid will run to a room and like grab something and then run out, so you run after it? It's that kind of thing. But it looks like it's kind of had its day slightly, where you're getting bored now. You are looking directly at this person in a sense of, before you may have kind of turned a blind eye to like their behavior, going, no, they're like this because of this, they're like this because of that, and now you're like, no, I'm not really doing it anymore. If this person wants to talk to me, I'm going to face it straight on. But this person thinks everything's a bit of a joke, a bit of a laugh. But it's also, they haven't probably in the past treated you with the intelligence that you deserve, because it's like, you know when something's off, you know when something isn't right. And this could also be with outside influence as well. Somebody might be giving you so much stress on a mind level by thinking, okay, I don't need this coming in right now. So what I would suggest with this card is you keep your energy with the King of Wands, and just to keep pushing forwards, because you have so much more growth with moving forwards and how you are going to start dealing with things. Because I just feel this person has been this huge kind of transition. Like, you know, at the beginning it was like amazing, and then as time goes on, you can kind of see the wood for the tree sort of thing. But if it's a negative energy that keeps coming back in, look at that smoky quartz energy and release it. It does not serve you anymore. Sometimes people just like to have their ego soothed. They like to have that kind of energy where you know, you're the security for them, this, that, and the other. But it has to stop, kind of thing, because when they're represented by the Seven of Swords, if this isn't you, obviously, they're not looking to keep their feet on the ground anytime soon, whereas you are, because you're the king. You have grown to from a page to a knight to a king, but this is on the Wands level, on a communication level. This person, I feel, isn't open about how they want to communicate, how they feel. I'm not sensing a bad energy with the sense that they're sort of being a playboy, playgirl, whatever, when they go outside, but it's just about communication. They are probably running away from how they feel, whereas you're more upfront. You might not have put all your cards on the table in the sense of, okay, this is how I feel, this is how I want us to move forwards, but it's almost like you can sense when they are running away. again, I think that's probably what I was picking up on to begin with, on an emotional level, on a mind level. But the best way to deal with that is to let them get on with it. Do not message every 2 minutes. Do not give your power away, basically, because once that happens, you get the Six of Cups coming in here, which is reunion, which is somebody coming back in. And it's normally 9 times out of 10 it's somebody who you've had a bit of history with anyway. So it could be this person running away going, haha, let's pretend that everything's like, you know, on surface level, when actually I know deep down it's a lot more deeper. You're not playing that game anymore. You're just like kind of taking a step back going, no, if you know where I am if you want me, but I'm not luring myself anymore to your games. I like to know where I stand. I'm not going to commit myself to anything. You know, it's not like I'm saying I want to marry you or anything, but I like to know where I stand. But with this action, this is when you get the Six of Cups coming in here. And the Six of Cups, interestingly enough, out of all the cups, it's the only cup that's full, and it's full of flowers, which means development, blooming, just like growth. So it's something that could grow quite beautifully from maybe like someone who does keep coming back in and out, but they have to grow up a little bit first, basically. Or of course it could be somebody new, but because of the nostalgic aspect, you know, it could be somebody you've not seen for such a long time, and then you go for a coffee, and then it all kind of goes from there. But if you are represented by the Seven of Swords, this would be you just leaving a situation kind of thing that doesn't serve you anymore. But I'm sensing another person. This is nice. This is all I needed to see, actually, because then the Queen of Wands comes in here. So the Queen of Wands is one of the high spiritualist cards of the court deck. So the Queen of Wands, you know, she doesn't need anything. She doesn't have that like kind of void where she needs to kind of fill it. And look, in this spread, it's the King and Queen of Wands. So this partnership is due to come in slightly. And obviously, I think that this person does kind of grow up slightly. This person does see your worth, and they don't see it because they're too wrapped up in themselves, really. If it's somebody who's 1 minute they're in, next minute they're out, definitely take your energy away, because it would work so much better for you if you just do that, because they come back, and it's like, okay, you're not always there. You're not always at the end of the phone. You're not always there to soothe my ego. You're not always there to you know, be the person to try and convince me that I should be in a relationship, this, that, and the other, because people get off on that. People like to feel needed. But when you end up being the Queen of Wands eventually here, it's like, whatever. Do what you want, because I know if I don't put my energy into you, then something else will serve me much more better, or you will grow up and then you'll come again back into me. But King or Queen of Wands in one spread, very, very good. A great partnership to have, but it shows a higher level of communication. It just shows that words are expressed more freely, you talk more fluidly, whereas I just feel that's a little bit of vacant now. It's not showing itself, and it's like your gut feeling might know that if you back off, they'll come in a little bit. Just don't try to over process it too much. Okay, I hope that made sense for you. I am running a little, it's not even a competition because everybody gets one who comments. It's the messages from spirit. It's the postcards. As I say that, look, Ace of Wands there. So this still relates to that spread I've just done, and the aces is communication coming in and growing from that also. So yeah, hold tight, guys. And if you are being messed around by somebody, just keep your head high and take a step back, and it will work in your favor. But yeah, if you haven't done it already, just comment and like and share, and then I think Tuesday evening I will be taking a photo and literally sending each one of you your message. Okay, so I hope that will be something for you. Anyway, you all take care, and I will speak to you in the week, and have a lovely Sunday.